For the first time since 1999, the sky over mainland Europe is about to go completely dark in the middle of the day. Not a cloud rolling in, not a storm. The sun itself, gone for over 2 minutes. This August. By the end of this, you'll know exactly why that almost never happens, what it actually feels like standing under it, and why the one thing making it possible at all is already running out. This isn't even the only eclipse of 2026. Back in February, an annular eclipse swept over Antarctica, visible to almost nobody. But that one was a ring of fire. The moon was slightly too far from Earth to fully cover the sun. August 12th is different. It's the first true blackout of the year, and the only one anyone will actually be able to travel to see. Here's what happens on August 12th, 2026. The moon slides directly between Earth and the sun, and its shadow blacks out a narrow strip of the planet. The path starts near the North Pole, drops through the Arctic, and crosses Iceland and Spain, clipping the edge of Portugal. 8,300 kilometers, covered in 96 minutes. Stand in the right spot, and you get up to 2 minutes and 18 seconds of true darkness. 27 years. That's how long it's been since mainland Europe last saw one of these. An entire generation of Spaniards has never seen a total eclipse from home. Hotels along the path sold out over a year early. Totality itself is not subtle. Minutes before, faint ripples of light start moving across the ground. Temperature drops 10 degrees in minutes. Birds go quiet. Then, the diamond ring. One last blinding point of light around the moon's edge. Then it's gone. The sun becomes a black disk, ringed by the corona. Its outer atmosphere, over 1 million degrees hotter than the surface, and normally invisible. Most people will see it exactly once in their life. Here's the part that should bother you. Astronomers can predict this down to the second, centuries out. Babylonian priests worked out the 18-year cycle in 600 BCE using nothing but clay tablets. They didn't understand orbital mechanics. They just tracked the pattern and trusted it. So, if it's this predictable, why is it this rare? Because of a coincidence nobody built. The sun is 400 times bigger than the moon. It's also 400 times farther away. Multiply those together, and the sun and moon appear almost exactly the same size in our sky. Not one other moon, anywhere else in the solar system, lines up this precisely. Too small, and it can't fully cover its star. Too big, and it blocks the view entirely. We just happen to live on the one planet where the math works. That fluke has already rewritten physics once. In 1919, astronomers used a total eclipse to test Einstein's theory that gravity bends light, something you can only measure with stars visible right next to the sun, which totality makes possible for 4 minutes. The stars had shifted exactly where Einstein said they would. Here's the twist. The coincidence is already ending. The moon is drifting away from Earth, about 1.5 inches a year, roughly the length of your thumb's top joint. Nobody alive will ever notice it moving. But the math has an endpoint. In roughly 600 million years, the moon will be too far away to fully cover the sun ever again. Total eclipses stop. Permanently. Every total eclipse you will ever see in your life is a preview of something Earth is quietly running out of. Miss this one. And there's already a second chance on the calendar. August 2nd, 2027 over Luxor, Egypt, 6 minutes and 23 seconds of totality, the longest anyone gets on reachable land until 2114. Tour operators are already calling it the eclipse of the century. It's easy to underestimate how much a single afternoon of darkness moves people. When a total eclipse crossed the continental US in August 2017, an estimated 215 million American adults watched it in person or on a screen. Nearly twice the audience of a Super Bowl. South Carolina alone took in 1.6 million visitors and roughly $269 million in a single weekend, the biggest tourism event in the state's history. Wyoming pulled in about 192,000 visitors and $63.5 million over that same stretch. Now, picture that same crush of travelers hitting Iceland, a country of 380,000 people, or small towns in northern Spain that have never hosted anything close to it. Whatever strain the US saw in 2017, expect a louder version of it this August. One warning before you book a flight. You cannot look at any of this without eclipse glasses. except during the seconds of full totality. Regular sunglasses do nothing. Get the timing wrong. And this is one of the only astronomical events that can permanently damage your eyes. About 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized object slammed into a young Earth and knocked loose the debris that became our moon. By accident, that moon ended up exactly the right size and distance to eclipse our sun perfectly. Every total eclipse in recorded history, the Babylonians' clay tablets, Einstein's proof, Iceland and Spain this August, has depended on that same accident holding steady. It won't hold forever. It's already shifting, 1.5 inches at a time every year. And one day, hundreds of millions of years from now, the numbers stop lining up, and it just ends. No warning. No final spectacular eclipse to mark it. Just partial eclipses forever after that. This August, for about 2 minutes, over the Arctic, Iceland, and Spain, you can watch a cosmic accident happen in real time. While it still can.